Today's gonna be today, no matter what the fuck you do. It's supposed to sound like this, and the plan is to kind of make it sound better? Maybe it's impossible, I don't know. We will notice, but we're at least gonna start a song in this mode. However, when you put Autotune on something that is in tune, then it becomes, at least in the pedal form and stuff like that, and also when I tried it with the piano, it becomes a form of vibrato, and when I turn pitch correction toys into pedals, it becomes a lo-fi type vibrato, chorusy type. But it's also like it's trying to lock on different places. There are more advanced harmonizing plugins that could be perfect for this, but I'm gonna save that for a later type of experiment. I think it's fun to work with a standard type pitch correction plugin for this. I'm also gonna be joined today by this skinny fellow. Hello. Because he's a professional guitarist, so he's gonna be able to shred on whatever I come up with. Maybe we actually start with a tune guitar and I show you what I mean. So if I just play something, like a chord, like the tracking is so weird. And if we take something else, what's like? There's no real reason to auto-tune a guitar. Like there's no situation where it's just a tiny bit sour and you can't just adjust that really fast. It's not like with the piano. A piano takes effort to tune. So I feel like it's more of a thing you want to try out artistically than for any sort of practical application. Before we continue, and we're gonna, of course, tune the guitar out of tune and see if we, by computer technology force, can still make it fit. It might seem impossible to do, but I'm gonna force it. Yeah, baby. So we have this. I don't know. I'm skeptical at this point. Definitely is something. Let's add other sounds to see how it fits. Like a bass and chords and other shit. Here we go. Yes! One could say it's a bit overkill, maybe, in how huge it's becoming just by adding other sounds. But I mean, we have this. And I really like this. When it's small. The hugeness is gonna be epic to solo on, but the plan is to solo ridiculous and then auto-tune it to fit. So I don't know, but I'm gonna leave that to Ben. I mean, here's this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm not gonna add more. Maybe I will even retract sounds before I send it, so it's not too big. Chaos. All of these auto-tuned, and then I added fake distortion. So even though it's like really weird sounding, like this is in there. But just with the context of sound, because it never goes out of the key of C. It's always stuck in there. So even though it's like, it's always stuck in there. So it's never, since it's such an easy box that I've put everything in, it never feels like something is eerie or like, oh, what happened? It's all very contained and very, you know, oh, walking, very nice. Anyways, let's move over to Ben and see what he does, and then I'm gonna, I don't know what he does. I can't predict the future. Can you?
Hey there, Simon. I got your backing track here. It sounds really big and bright and cheery, which is great because I've got this kind of depressing guitar here that doesn't stay in tune. But I figure it's okay if I've got this janky guitar because you're going to be doing so much processing up in your lab in Sweden. So I might as well make it an uphill battle for you so you can feel satisfaction at the end of the day that you did a good job and you did something with your life. So let's see if I can play a solo on this that is good enough for you. Alright, let's try it. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's do it. Well, I hope that was good.
And we're back! Thank you very much, Ben. I do feel like I've done something with my life. It sounds awful, like really disgusting, but it does it in a way that is really nice. Like the... Oh. Like it really makes this big, very obvious piece that I started, that is really obvious in what's going on. It makes it interesting. Maybe it's too interesting. Maybe it paid too much attention. Can't really have it on a bus or whatever where you just want to zone out because you're really like, But it's nice with this, like when it comes in after this short intro that is very laid back and just gets you moving and you're like, oh, this is nice, yeah, oh, and now it comes and you're like, what the fuck just happened? But what if we throw an autotune on it? Will it just make it will it be perfect? Like it gets a very particular tone, so it's really nice in the beginning. Like that sound is really cool. Let's throw like a huge reverb on it. But I need to pick out some of the parts that I like more than other parts. Some parts are very chaotic. Tiny bit of arrangement, really not much, but just to get a feel for it, because I think that's important when it comes to this type of experiment where we're actually like, can you auto-tune a guitar? It's not like the best experiment ever, but it's a funny idea. I feel like it's a big yes for using it as an artistic effect, but to correct stuff, do a new take. Me and Ben are also planning to do a podcast episode about this type of shenanigans, I guess. Or at least I'm planning to do it. Maybe I should ask first. Maybe I should tell him. Anyways, it's really fun to do. So if you're an experimental kind of person who wants to maybe find something new for you to try out, to not get stuck in whatever you're stuck in. I don't know, people get stuck in all kinds of gooey madness. To do a completely random and then try to find funny bits and auto-tune them to get a new type of tone is also pretty fun. When it can sound sort of like this. Whoever knew that was exactly what I wanted to put in this song? I didn't. Also, all the artificial echoing is hilarious in my opinion. But here's a quick listen, and I hope you enjoyed the experiment for what it is, and you make up your mind whether or not you think that you can auto-tune an out-of-tune guitar.